Hello, and welcome to Apocalypse. My name's Jeremy, and today we are going to be doing an unpacking of the Kensui weighted vest. We're going to put it together and see how it works. Okay, so here's the Kensui weighted vest. It's supposed to be the heaviest vest that's out on the market now. I ordered mine, took, 6 weeks to get it. So notice when you cut open the bagging, which I just did, you gotta be careful because you can go right through it. So be careful. This black bag here, also it comes with this zip bag, but it's easy to cut through to the other side, or rip to the other side. Okay, so we pull these out. Now, as you can see with this bag, you gotta be careful because you have a bag, and of course you want to be careful because you have material in there. So here, I'm not exactly sure what this plastic bag's for. Has an envelope. Thank you for being an early adopter of our vest and a valued customer. Okay, so these are all in back order. I ordered it pretty much as soon as it came available. I also got the adapter. So if you looked into getting one of these vests, they have the 2-inch to 2-inch in diameter, which is more appropriate for what you'd find at gyms, the Olympic style plates. But you can also get ones that have 1-inch diameter as well, which are very commonly used in home studios, home gyms, things like that. So I did get the adapter. I have a couple of weights that are Olympic size, meaning they're 2 inches in the middle, but most of mine are 1 inch. So I'll open that package next. So it's got a nice little, as you see, it's like a cinch bag. I guess you could carry that on your back. For my purposes, I likely won't go many places with it. I'll probably use it in my studio. All right, so we got pretty thick. It says it can carry up to 225 pounds, so it would have to be pretty thick. Inside's kind of like a mesh. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of like a mesh. I believe that would be to wick away sweat, help the skin breathe a little bit. Let's see, what else do we have in here? And we have, see, here it is. See how wide that is? It's about 2 inches. So it has one for the front and the back. What else we got? Oh, okay, and then these are the rings, so I assume they go on. Or maybe it's this side. There we go. Okay, for the first couple of turns we're snug, but then after that it goes on pretty easy. So we'll leave that together. I won't be using these anyway, but for the sake of being thorough. See, that one goes on nice and smooth. I wonder why this one was a little more challenging. This one's a little snugger. Maybe I'm using the wrong end. No, it just seems to be slightly snugger for whatever reason. But it goes on. Okay. And then I believe the way it goes is this, then fits into this hole right here. So I assume you put this behind it and slide it in, but we'll get to that with the adapter that I ordered. Okay. So that's pretty much that. That's all it came with. Next, I also got the adapter. So you're going to notice these are going to be, wow, they look almost too small, but they're not. They're not too small, but they almost look like it. So look at that compared to Where did I set that other one? Ooh, scratching up my coffee table like that. All right, so you can see the difference between this one and this one. It's hard to believe that that's only twice the diameter, but it is. So be careful when you go in there and order it, because if you're using yours for at home, you're gonna have a hard time unless you specifically got Olympic-sized weights. And if you're using Olympic-sized weights, that means you have an Olympic barbell, most likely. So you're talking about the long, 7-foot long, 2-inch diameter bars that you typically see in box gyms. So if you're at home, you're likely gonna want one of these. All right, let me turn this light off. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so then I have a second one here, although, where, oh, okay. So here's the, so then let's see how that goes on. Oh yeah, it goes on nice. Nice and easy. Piece of cake. All right, so we have 2 of those. 2 of these. I don't see any instructions, unless that card had instructions on it, but I don't think that it did. We wish you many gains and hope to create more innovative products in the future. No instructions. So there's no instructions on there, so we'll just figure this out right now. Looks pretty self-explanatory, so let's take off this little washer doodad. So if you look at this one here, you see those little like ridges on there? When you put this in the back, or whichever one you're putting in, once it's in, you're gonna have to turn it. I played around with it until I felt like it was like snapped in, so I just kind of played with it until something happened. I kind of just got lucky, I think. So, let's try this one, see if I get lucky again. So once it's lined up, then I'm just turning it. I might be turning it the wrong way, I don't know. There we go. So, as you can see, it'll stay in there just like so. And then make sure, keep these on. I can see that could be easily lost. I wouldn't take it off and just set it down once you're all assembled. All right, so then I'm not even sure which way is the front. Which one's front, which one's back? There's obviously a front and a back to it because they're not identical. So this one here, you've got your little straps so you can adjust how it sits on. I would think then that makes this the front, since you're going to be putting this on this way. So if you're putting it through, I can't see it being backwards. That might make, like the other way, might make it difficult. So let's try this right now while we're in the moment. All right, so there we are. Oh, I have to take it off again. So it's got like a little Velcro, you can probably hear it. Lots of Velcro. Okay, so then the Velcro that holds it down, and then and the strap itself is also Velcro. And it has a little slide here so you can adjust it a little bit. So that's one side. Let's get the other side adjusted. Okay, that side's adjusted. So, this on. I would make the assumption that it goes through there and then holds. And then same on the other side. Velcro strap, a little metal loop. And then pull that across. Yeah, feels good. Now I may have wanted to put weight on the back. Obviously you're gonna have a hard time trying to put weight back there. So you have to put it on the back first and then put the vest on if you can put weight on the back. The front probably does not matter so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and check that out. I'm gonna put a couple of weights. So I took it off. I'm not gonna adjust mine for height yet. It's a little high on me, but I think what I'm going to do is just put a couple of weights on there, kind of get a sense to see how it feels. And then kind of take it from there. If it moves around a lot, then I'll just make the necessary adjustments and I'll come up with like an intelligent way of putting it on in the future. But, so I grabbed two 10-pound weights. See how it's a whole small hole here. So let's start with the back one. So here on the back, loosen this. And that's snug. It should fit, but it's not always going to. Okay, well that might not be good. Let's see if my other weight, I'm having the same problem with the other weight. Well, that one goes right on. So maybe it's my, my weight plate might be slightly, because they're supposed to be identical plates. Oh well. So I got one on this side. All right. Let's see if I can get that other one on this side, front side. Okay, so whatever reason, just got to play with them a little bit, get comfortable with it. All right, not bad. Now the question is, how do you get this bad boy on, right? Once you have the weight on, there you go. Obviously, if you have more weight on, you're going to have to be more careful. You do not want to smack yourself in the head with your weights. There we go. All right, so like we did before, there we go. Okay. All right, and you can make this pretty much as snug as you want. There's a pretty sturdy strap there. Okay, so there. So this is 20 pounds. Likely for a lot of my exercises, I'm going to go considerably heavier, but I figure this is a good place to start. The weight sitting just at the bottom of my chest, top of my stomach almost. I could probably go a little bit, I could probably go an inch or two lower maybe. Some of it's got to do with the plates. So if the plates are bigger, obviously, that's going to get in the way. So some of where it's going to be strapped to is largely going to play like what kind of exercise you're doing. So I'm in my home gym here. I still have the weight strapped to me. I like how it's snug because you're not, when I'm doing this, it's not sliding around. And the other thing that I like about it is that you're using plates, you're not using sandbags, so you don't need new weights if you already have weights. And that's a big benefit because you're looking at $1 a pound. Well, that's pre-pandemic. So now that gym equipment's in high demand, you might be looking at $1.50 a pound. So here we go. So yeah, nice and snug, no issue with it moving. And that's only 20 extra pounds. I have 25-pound plates on there. I could easily rack up an extra 100 pounds on here. They say you can go up to 225 pounds. Of course, that has everything to do with how heavy your plate is and what measurement the hole is. So keep that in mind. You can look around and see what works best for you. Anyway, if you're considering the Kensui weighted vest, I like it so far. I mean, we've only been playing with it for 10 minutes maybe, but it was pretty easy to put together. The adapter I ordered with it came within 2 or 3 days of the actual vest itself. It seems to be pretty heavy duty. I mean, I may report back on it and kind of see how it goes later. All right. Thanks for listening. Take care.